Okay, our first speaker is Krista LeFever. Krista is back from a hiatus from Toastmasters. She was a member of Valued Voices formerly for several years. Krista works as a success manager for a marketing software company that is associated with Microsoft. Next month, she will be presenting in Chicago at a conference of about 150 people. Here, her audience is targeted at Microsoft users having a primary interest in Dynamics, a customer relationship management CRM platform. If you're not sure what this is, don't worry. Krista is here to educate and explain. Take it away, Krista. Segmentation, more than just a marketing list.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Can you all see my screen and hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, great. Segmentation, more than just a marketing list. If you are trying to market without knowing who you're marketing to, you're basically going to be blindfolded. This is what it looks like if you're trying to market without knowing your audience. We're going to talk a little bit about some terminology. We've got customer segmentation, which is the process of dividing customers into groups based on common characteristics so that you can market to each group effectively. And we'll be talking about demographic, geographic, firmographic, psychographic, and behavioral market segments. The demographic segment is something that we're all probably familiar with. It's categorizing people based on differences such as, can somebody guess what a demographic segmentation example might be?
Age.
Age, very good, very good. That's the first one on there. Gender, education, occupation, marital status, income, religion, ethnicity. All of those are part of what we can use to market to certain segments. So for example, if you are a clothing vendor, the gender is really an important segmentation for you because you're going to have different clothing for men and different clothing for women. Same thing with age. You're not going to market something that's a child's toy to a non-parent. That is the way you get this data is through self-reporting, such as surveys, where people will tell you that information. There's census information, and the next census is coming out in 2030. They come out every 10 years. LinkedIn's another place you can get this information. And data companies like Zoom Information is an example where they actually pull together all this information for you. Geographic segmentation is, as it sounds, basically where people are living. And the reason that that's important is you can go into a certain country that has a different language, for example. So if you are marketing to the Latin American market in English, it's not going to be very effective. So this geographic segmentation is super important for that. It's broken down based on country, state, city, zip code, neighborhood. So an urban neighborhood is going to have different needs than a suburban or a country neighborhood. Population density, economic status, regional climate. And this is, again, you can get it through the same, some of the same sources. Firmographic segmentation. Now, what is that? If you think of firms as a company, then it's basically getting information on firms and businesses. that are going to benefit from your product or services. So it's as simple as looking at their turnover on profit, the industry that they're in, the size of their business, number of employees, locations, are they public or privately owned, average sales cycle. This is important because if you know that this firm is in a particular industry, such as an association, a nonprofit, you're going to be marketing to them in a certain way that would be different from a construction industry, for example. So knowing these different segments is really important to getting to your audience. These you can gather from a business website. Public companies have these records that are open and available to everybody. LinkedIn has great information on their company profiles. You can see some information on the size of their business and location and such, and data companies and membership. For psychographic segmentation, just think of psychological. So instead of considering like a physical or observable attribute of a customer, you look at what matters to them. So can anybody guess what an example of a psychographic data might include? Something that they're interested in.
Pro-aging.
That's a good one. Yes. So anything like that. Hobbies, interests, values, life goals, beliefs, lifestyle, personal traits. And this can be gathered through the self-reporting, like the surveys, personal notes that you take on a particular prospect, sales data. The social media, again, is another great place where people will actually list their own beliefs and lifestyles, and other membership data. For behavioral segmentation, this is the last piece of it. And it's how you basically look at your customers' online habits. So are they clicking on your emails? Are they opening your emails? Are they going to your website? What is their behavior? You can look at their spending habits, conversion rates, browsing patterns, etc. And these can be gathered through marketing software on email interactions. So you have 8 seconds to get my attention. Make sure that you're targeting your market so that you can. Lisa?
All right, great. Thank you very much. Please hold. Let me stop the recording and let